Hey all, GZ here with another hot take. Let's talk about Randomizer. Let's talk about Randomizer. Um, if a game is so good, right, you wouldn't need to randomize it because the game will have infinite replayability. Now, I'm going to go into psychology while people decide to randomize their games and create seeds and all that stuff. I'm going to be including Pokemon, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Excuse me for the burp, by the way. You know what? I'm not excused. I'm not excused. Fuck you. Anyway, let me talk about Ocarina of Time. All the Zelda randomizers, the Pokemon randomizers, the other randomizers, the other shit. Now, if your game was so good, you wouldn't need to randomize anything. The reason why people play randomizers so they have the ability to replay these games. Because playing the same fucking game for years fucking sucks. And that's why speedrunners or, casual players, even casual players will play a randomizer of Ocarina of Time or any Zelda or any fucking game. And I think a lot of people really don't understand how unhealthy randomizer is for gaming as a whole. You know, instead of randomizing existing IP, why not just make another IP? Everybody complains about how shit a game is. Why don't you just make one yourself then? Who knows? You might be able to make history or make a mod of a game. And I think a lot of the problem with video games now is they're not as valuable because you buy a new game, you play that, and then you play the latest game, and then play the trending game to try to get famous or whatever to have clout. Get views and clicks. And I think a lot of the problem with what makes Ocarina of Time, all these randomizers attractive to speed gaming, whoever's in charge of this randomizer thing, is it makes Zelda Ocarina of Time replayable. And I know that sounds like a hot take, but let me explain. Ocarina of Time has gone through a lot of glitches. It's a pretty broken game, and speedrunners really want a more casual experience, or they can use the glitches. They have glitchless logic and have these other logic things. Appeal depending on what your taste is for what you want. I feel a lot of the issue with randomizer is it basically keeps you on the same media. The only thing you're changing is the experience. You're only changing the experience, or changing what Pokemon get or changing what moves it gets for Pokemon ones. Yeah, it's a different experience, but why not just play Mystery Dungeon if you want a randomizer like thing? Or why not just play Mystery Dungeon, whatever? And because these games actually suck. They're not actually good. They were never good. They were good at that time, but people want to try to keep replaying these and justifying how good they actually are. So while they pretend to play the official one over and over, which they probably have, but a lot of people, after they play one or two times, they're not going to play these games, these older games, more than once or twice. Unless you're speedrunning or some shit, like me. And a lot of times people just want to throw a randomizer and just try to change the experience. I think that's stupid. Like, I've been not a heavy advocate in not randomizing a game, because you're essentially for how you make the ROM and how it works, you're essentially committing piracy. You're basically making another game using existing copyrighted properties. It's slightly altered sprites or whatever, sound effects or whatever. You're still using Nintendo's assets at the end of the day, and I get why people like Randomizer. I understand it, but I think it's stupid. I'll probably go in a little more detail about it in another video or something if you're interested in my other takes on it. But I feel the reason I want to mention specifically Ocarina of Time from Pokemon briefly is I kind of want to explain why I think randomizers are stupid. You're only changing the path you go. You're changing the game experience. And that's why a lot of people do it. They just want to play the same game, but they want a different experience, which isn't possible normally. But don't you already do that in a speed run? Why can't you just fucking play the normal game casually? Oh, wait! Because the game already fucking sucks, dude. The greatest game of all time is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, and Twilight Princess. That's the popular opinion. I don't know what the fuck Link Between Worlds. I don't know where that rank came from, but part of my problem with Randomizer is it continues the replayability of a game that should not have that much replayability. A lot of people love Ocarina of Time. People talk about how much of Ocarina of Time. If you're playing a Randomizer, you don't truly love the IP. You're just trying to play it trying to cope with, trying to make the experience different. Maybe this isn't true. Maybe I'm just overlooking it, overthinking it. But I feel that's a lot of reason why people create Randomizer, because it brings a new experience to Ocarina of Time and all these games. If you want me to make a part 2 of this, I will. But I kind of want to just bring up why I think it's stupid. You're getting a different experience, but like at the end of the day, you're still playing the same game. Alright, thank you all for watching. Bye.